Indiana. Number 2, Jaren Jackson Jr.
18 years old.
Jaren Jackson's a big-time player.
Jackson Jr., one of the more impressive physical profiles in this class at 6'11", 240 pounds, only 18 years old, changes ends quickly, aggressive, duck in and finish, also likes to use that agility to beat opposing bigs off the bounce, likes to rip through, get to that spin move, and using that 7'5" wingspan to finish. Also is a tip dunk threat in the half court, not overly explosive or aggressive on the offensive glass, but a threat nonetheless. What makes Jackson Jr. so intriguing in the modern NBA is his ability to switch every ball screen, guard 1 through 5, does an outstanding job of playing in a stance, staying down, and rejecting shots at the rim when he does get beat using that 7'5" wingspan, can guard point guards with ease, one of the best perimeter defending bigs, if not the best, in this draft. Also does a nice job of containing, getting back to his man, really rangy slides, and does a tremendous job covering ground at 6'11", 240 pounds, uses that length effectively, can also guard more perimeter-oriented bigs, combo forwards. Here against Terry Larrier does a nice job of using that left hand to block the jump shot, just a tremendous perimeter defender. Not only can he switch 1 through 5, but Jackson Jr. also one of the best shot blocking bigs in this draft. 5.5 blocks per 40 minutes as an 18-year-old freshman, impressive instincts and awareness, covers ground quickly, rotating from the weak side, and also has good technique for a player his age. Gets skinny and uses that left hand as we see from some of the best shot blockers in the NBA. Also a factor in pick and roll drop situations, baits guards instead of taking tough shots at the rim, and has the tools to hold his own in the post. 7'5" wingspan, can get a little bit tougher but should be a factor as a post defender in time. In addition to his switchability and rim protection, what makes Jackson so intriguing is his potential as a floor spacer. Shot near 40% from 3 on 96 attempts as a freshman. Not the most traditional mechanics, but near 80% from the free throw line. Has touch, quick release, and very capable with time and space. Then has the agility to put it on the deck when run off those spots. So really a modern fit in today's game at the 5. The majority of Jackson Jr.'s question marks revolve around his offensive upside, particularly his ability to think the game. Just not the most adept passer, finished his freshman season with 39 assists and 62 turnovers. Needs to be able to think the game more quickly on the fly, especially for a guy who's going to spend most of his time shooting threes, attacking closeouts. Just still very young in his decision making, doesn't have great awareness on the floor, and can be tougher with the ball in traffic. Jackson Jr. more fluid than vertically explosive, especially in traffic. Not the type of big you're going to project as an elite vertical spacer or roller out of ball screens. Also doesn't have all that much pop when creating his own shot. Now, he didn't have all that much space to work with, playing mostly the 4 next to an interior 5 like Nick Ward, but Jackson Jr. just not all that explosive in a crowd and really reliant on getting to that left hand. Jackson would benefit from adding more to his short roll game in the NBA. Doesn't have much in terms of touch shots in traffic, struggles a bit with creativity when faced with legitimate size and length, then can also improve as a post scorer, figures to face a lot of switches in the NBA. Does he have a go-to move to beat those with? He can make a basic left-handed jump hook, but just not all that comfortable on the block in terms of footwork, touch, and experience. For as good as he is defensively, Jackson Jr. still has room to grow in terms of toughness and discipline, both defensively and on the glass. He's a little bit jumpy, bites on shot fakes, committed 5.9 fouls per 40 minutes as a freshman, just had some trouble staying on the floor, so it's going to be some time until he can play consistent big minutes in the NBA. can also stand to get tougher as a post defender, gets ducked in here and doesn't show all that much fight. Had a reputation of being a little bit soft early on in his high school career, and that does show up at times. Also, not a great rebounder for his position. Instincts and awareness are just okay. Motor a bit up and down in that area, and doesn't always use his 240-pound frame to his advantage. Now, the fact that he can switch does mitigate some of those concerns, but I wouldn't expect him to be a monster rebounder at the NBA level. It'll be interesting to see how Jackson Jr.'s three ball translates to the NBA line. Now, he has touch, he's capable, but a little bit of an unorthodox release point that's easy to contest. If he's not making shots, there are real questions about how he'll be able to score in the NBA.
Colorado Springs at the USA Basketball Under-17 World Championship Training Camp with Jaren Jackson.
Jaren, how does it feel to be back with USA Basketball?
Jackson feeling it, hitting it.
when he is down low, he is so tough to stop.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is the epitome of a modern NBA big. He can switch 1 through 5, he can protect the rim, he can space the floor to 3, he can put it on the deck, and he's one of the draft's youngest prospects at 6'11", 240 pounds with a 7'5" wingspan. But there are questions about Jackson Jr.'s offensive upside. Is he more of a piece than a franchise big? Can he give enough offensively to warrant a top 3 selection? How will his discipline and toughness on the glass improve? Overall, Jackson Jr. is one of the draft's most unique bigs and one of the first real 3-and-D style center prospects we've seen to date.
You only get drafted once. That's one thing he told me. Enjoy the draft, enjoy the moment, but just know it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work now. It's time to get to work after. The draft is a fun night, but it's really about how you produce on the court.